What's up, guys? I'm Adam with NoTorque Garage, and today we are working on the 1978 Shovelhead. So this project is one for a family member of mine. It doesn't have a whole lot of work that needs to be done to it. I did write out a list after I diagnosed everything that I noticed, and yeah, we're professional around here, so it is wrote on cardboard. But just small list of stuff to get done, mainly service stuff, and just check everything over to make sure it's going to be safe to ride this summer. And it's been sitting for quite a long time also. So just kind of going to go through everything and make sure everything looks good. But first we got to get all the oil drained out of the oil bag back here and all the fuel drained out of it as well, because it needs to be gone through and done up with and all that. So we're going to go ahead and get the camera moved and get set up and ready to go. Alrighty guys, so to go ahead and get started, all you're going to need is a socket with a 9/16 on it just to go ahead and break the oil drain plug, and make sure you have something to catch said oil or else you're going to get a little messy. So I'm going to go ahead and get her all started off here, get it broke free. Maybe get it broke free. Fucking maybe not. I didn't think I was going to need a breaker bar on this thing, but you never know, you just might. This little girl's a little bigger, a little longer. That's what she said. There we go. Get that old girl broke loose just a little ways. Well, that's not going to work the way I intended. The way God intended. Huh. Really don't want to use a funnel to catch the oil down. I also really don't want the oil getting on the frame though either. That's fine. It's just extra steps. You ever spend long nights working in the shop and you just decide to eat pizza instead of do anything else? Well, for a bike that's primarily sat for a long, long while, that oil looks disgusting. Well, we're here now, or else I'd say to open up the dipstick to let it pull out a little better. There we go. That'll help get it to come out a little bit better. Yeah. So now we're just going to wait for that to drain. Probably would have been better if I would have folded this up like so. I'd have been able to just... Oh, don't do that now. Hey, look at that. Now I can move on to something else while that's finishing. Yeah. So now I can get stuff set up so I can drain all the fuel out. Let's make sure you guys are picking that up. Yeah, all right, sounds good. All right, so for that I need a flathead, which there's one. Need a flathead, a gas can, and a good funnel. Look at that, 3 in 1. Here we go. It's almost like I came prepared. There's even shitty gas in this one already. We're perfect. We're golden. We're rocking today. Where's the off switch? There's the off switch. Now a good funnel right here. And it can be your oil funnel. It can be any kind of funnel. It doesn't need to be specific or perfect. There shouldn't really be much fuel leaking out of this thing once we get her going, but once we get this loosened off, there might just be a little bit of fuel from the line that goes to the carburetor. Shouldn't be a whole lot, though. That line's been on there a while. Come on, girl. Come on. I know you're going to be good for me. All right, now if she starts leaking. Huh. Well, I can't honestly say I've had that happen before. Is there any fuel in it? That might be a good next step to look at. If there's any fuel in the bike as it is. about half a tank. About half a tank or so. We'll go ahead and open up both tanks because this is a split tank application. Then just all you're going to do, I'll move you guys so you can see a little better, you know. Don't want to shove my ass in your face the entire time. Just do this guy here. Hold it, like, hold it. Oh wait, I got a way better idea than that. Where's my little rolly shit? Here it is. Gonna do that. Gonna do this. That'll do. Maybe. Now for this, I can tell you without a doubt, we're gonna be here a while. Alrighty, now while we're letting the fuel drain, I'm gonna go ahead and put the plug back in for the oil bag, check the O-ring on it. Yeah, that's non-existent O-ring, but it wasn't leaking before, so I changed now. Alright. Oh, I'm making a mess. You get that on them big jobs. Okay, yep, We're just gonna, yep. Stay. Go ahead and just torque this heifer back down, you know. And these things do have a torque spec. It's, you go 3 turns back and give her a, okay, it's in, and it's tight. That's torque spec on those. If you don't know, look it up in the book. That's what it says. It's exactly what it says. Now we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. We don't need it anymore. It's just wasting space. We're going to put it over here to the side, and we're going to forget that it was ever existed until we can't. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, that's doing that. And that's still doing that. We're going to move over to the other side. Alrighty, so we got to get started on replacing all these oil lines. They're pretty gross and nasty. They're definitely gross and cracked. But first, we have to get a little dangly bit. Kind of holds everything together. It's in the back. Behind the rear exhaust pipe. She's there. It's kind of a bitch to get to. But if you're good with your fingers... Oh, that's not going to work out yet. You can get to it to put her all back together. There we go. Maybe. Or you can just beat everything up to get back there. Wow, still not loose enough yet. Crazy, she feels so loose on the socket. On the ratchet. But she's just not there yet. There she is, now she's there. It's just this little guy. Kind of holds all the oil lines on. So, in place for the most part. So now we're going to go ahead and do one line at a time. You don't want to do multiple lines at a time because that's how accidents happen. And I'm going to do this without taking the exhaust off because I don't... Wow, that thing's already loose anyway. That's really safe. Okay then, somebody didn't do that right, but oh well. We're going to go ahead and get this line undone, which all you need is a Phillips head, which I did not bring. But it also has the little indentation for a flathead. So we're going to see if we can make a flathead work. And look at that, we can. It's like we meant it. It's like it's meant to be. I don't know why they did it right up against the exhaust pipe. It's almost like somebody didn't realize some idiot might be doing this and doesn't want to take the exhaust pipe off because he doesn't want to replace the gaskets. But you know, to each their own. We let people live the way they want. We're kind around here. Kind lads. guess the one on this side goes to the farthest. Oh, that's disgusting. I'm glad that we're replacing these because they were broken right there. No wonder he had such an oil leak. Crazy. No wonder. The lines were no bueno. And they're like stuck the way they are. That's safe-ish. Safe adjacent. Take that guy off. Now we're just gonna go ahead and wriggle on in here, try to break this one free. And if she doesn't want to come free, then all we do is give her the old persuasion with a channel lock wherever I have my net. Right here. Well, this is a vice grip, but I don't know where my channel locks are, so I'm not going to worry about using one right away. That guy. That guy right there. There we go. Now it's all broken nice and free for the most part. I just have to give her the old persuasion to get her off. If you're struggling with that, you can even use a vice grip and just kind of wriggle her off. Ask her nicely, and she might go on a second date with you, you know? And beware of a little bit of splatter. You know, she's not getting on the exhaust pipe. She is getting on mine. On my lift. We don't worry about that. The lift will live. And now this one that is inside the little blocky over here. Just kind of try to do the exact same thing. It's such a tight area that it might not work the best, but we can do what we can. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She broke free on that one. That wasn't supposed to break free, but she did. So we're just going to let her have that. And this goes so much easier if you just take the damn exhaust pipe off. You know, I think that's what it is. I think I'd 100% just enjoy the torture. All right. Those lines are incredibly short and gross. So now this is what we do to keep going. So the far line goes to the top here. Yeah, so this line back here goes up to the top of here, right behind this cover. This line right here goes to the far end. Then this line back here goes right there to the front one. So we're going to go ahead and start putting lines on. And I'm going to go look for some new hose clamps so we can use nice new chrome ones instead of the old ass ones that are on there. Right back. Okay. I just learned the absolute unit of a trick to get this thing on better. And I'm not going to say how. We need to keep some industry secrets here. We are industry professionals. We're going to keep some industry professional secrets. And to be fair, it's probably not a secret. But you know what? It makes me feel all nice and warm and tingly inside for it to be a secret. I'm sweating my ass off right now. I'm fighting this other one trying to get it on. I am sweating my ass off. So all these are going to go over here. Hit in there just like that there. One more goes over there. And tighten it all down. Call it a day. Question mark? Maybe. Just maybe. I'm feeling sprunky. Don't lick that, please, Cassie. I'm going to recommend you don't. We're just going to go ahead and shove that one behind. Make it look decently cleaner. Like how I said, decently. Wow, it goes on so much easier. It's almost like it was designed to do that. Where did my needle nose go? Here it is. I mean, not needle nose, but I know what I was talking about. You don't need to know what I was talking about because I know what I was talking about. Looks better straight out. Looks a little cleaner in my honesty of opinions. I know my opinion don't mean shit, but in my humblest of opinions, it looks better. Okay, now we can start cutting. Shove them all back here best that we can for how they're going to be sitting.